We have uranium, and that's why we are not afraid to make sure that we want to have uranium as part of our energy mix, because it's a strong energy which is very important for industrialization. I'm throwing it to you. For foreign investors, I must say, your space is more in the major industries, such as mineral extraction and value addition.
Yes, welcome back, dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans. That was Madam President, the President of Namibia, Her Excellency Madam Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. You heard what he said about investment. And of course, in Africa, we believe, many of us, we believe that it is the responsibility of Europeans or Americans to come and invest in Africa. We are attracting white people to invest in our natural resources instead of attracting fellow Africans to be investors. But Madam President has recommended that the time has come for even Africans to think how they can invest on Russian oil, on American gas, American natural resources, because if Americans are coming to invest in on our natural resources, what's wrong for us Africans to go and invest to their natural resources? So we need a win-win situation. That's what Madam President has recommended. Do you see the Europeans, Americans, Russians, Chinese, they will accept Africans to invest in their countries? Do you see they're ready to surrender their resources to Africans as investors, the way we are doing it here in the continent of Africa? So let us wait and see what will happen. Apart from that, my dear lovely family, Madam President spoken the issue of value addition, and of course, this is his song. Of course, this is her song. Always when he addressed the audience, of course, this is her song. When she addressed the audience, she spoken the issue of value addition. You may ask yourself why she's talking about value addition. Value addition, it means job creation. We have seen how African young men and women are suffering with a shortage of employment opportunities. It's because of we Africans or African government are exporting their natural resources into raw form. But if we can add value here in the continent of Africa, even if we are calling investors, let us call those investors to build industries here. Let us call those investors to add value here and export the finished product. Of course, investors are not led because what they are doing is to create profit. At the same time, they are making money and they're creating jobs for their people. So they will try to escape this thing of value addition. They're not happy to see industries are being built in the continent of Africa. Yes, sometimes they say we have no reliable electricity, we have no sufficient energy, but why don't they invest in electric energy? When we have tried, or you see African government trying to invest on energy or electric energy, they come up with something called environmental destruction, environmental act. So, but they want Africans to keep in this situation. So, in order for them to continue to export their our low minerals or our low natural resources into raw form, so that they continue to create jobs for their young men and women. So Africans, we need to make sure that we insist the value addition the way Madam President, Her Excellency President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, she has addressed it. Also, apart from that, my dear lovely family, there is the issue of transfer of skills. That is another important issue. When these investors are coming to Africa, or when they came to Africa, they tell our leaders, they told our leaders, and they will tell our leaders that when they come to Africa, they will provide or they will share skills. Till today, more than 60 years after independence to some African countries, we see it is difficult for these people who hold technologies to share that technologies, skills to Africans. They fear maybe they will face competition. If Africans who have such knowledge, skills to maybe to process or to add value to resources, maybe they will find competition. So they don't want to compete, they want to dominate, and that's what they are doing. So the issue of transfer of skills is very important. Yes, we want to see that mobile phones, smartphones are being manufactured here in the continent of Africa. We want to see trucks, cars being manufactured here in the continent of Africa, because all these materials, resources that are being used for car manufacturing, for mobile manufacturing are here in the continent of Africa. We have lithium. You heard from Madam President what we have. We have uranium, we have lithium, we have oil, we have copper, everything we have here. But you may ask yourself, why with all these resources we cannot even manufacture mobile phone? We cannot do anything. So the time has come, I think, for Africans to make sure that these people are transferring skills, and they show on database that we have transferred skills to these maybe 10 people, 1,000 people, whatever, 20 people. But we have also to find those people who have those technologies so that we can sponsor them, we can support them so that they can build their own industries. That's what we want to do. We cannot become investors, as Madam President said, if we don't have skills, if we don't have capacity. I think we can get capacity by sharing skills, by sharing knowledge. And one thing that we Africans, of course, we have been made cheap laborers. On the critical issues, we are not engaged. We are not involved. So we find that ourselves, we are cheap laborers. Maybe the work that need power sometimes to lift something from one place to another. But the things that need knowledge and skills, Africans are being abandoned. Africans are being pushed out. So I think the time has come for our governments, our leaders, to make sure that Africans, those who are working in industries, in different sectors, or in investment made by these powerful nations or these people, Africans must get skills. Africans must have skills. They must make sure that Africans, we have been shared skills. So I think if our leaders can be strict, can be serious, I think we can move in the right direction. Right now, you find the Chinese are telling, these people are lazy, your people are not working hard, they're sleeping all the time. That's what they're telling our leaders. And our leaders are accepting sometimes that it's true that maybe we Africans, we are not doing well, we are lazy. And I saw one day Chinese telling Africans that you are thief, you are stealing from us. So those are just mentalities. Maybe things has happened maybe long time ago. Maybe there are those who tried to steal from Chinese, or those who were lazy. But if you look right now, the current generation, you see how young people are so courage, they're so powerful, they're so passionate. You see, even on the streets, the way these young people are doing, you see they have appetite to do something. So what they lack is opportunities. So let us, our leaders, make sure that young people are getting life skills, opportunities, and also they have our leaders have to build capacities to our young men and women. That one day I saw some of African leaders saying that the government has no responsibility to create job for young men and women and for its people. I said it's true, but you need to build capacities, not to find jobs or to go out there the way we have seen President Ruto doing and did in the previous, that he went to Europe, he went to America asking for jobs. We don't want such kind of jobs. We want Africans that have capacity to create their own jobs. Let us build capacities. If it is in engineering, build capacities in engineering, build capacities in agriculture, build capacities in health and doctors and nurses, so that Africans themselves, they can see this is an opportunity. With the skills that I have, I can do this. With the skills that I have, I can deliver this. That's what we want. Nowadays, you find our leaders promising that they are going to create jobs. How? We don't want our leaders to create jobs. Our leaders, the responsibility of creating jobs is not the responsibility of presidents. Presidents has to create environment for young men and women to create their own jobs. We have resources. Building capacities. You saw what happened in Burkina Faso. Captain Ibrahim Traoré bought agricultural equipment, bought construction equipment, road construction equipment. Then he took 1,500 Burkinabe to China to start road construction. Then they came back. He given them those equipment. You have to build your road. You see on the issue of Faso Mebo, where young people in Burkina Faso are contributing to pave their roads. The ones who have 1 shillings has to contribute. Those who have power has to contribute. Those who have knowledge has to contribute. Everyone is contributing. So that is how you create jobs. So these people will think what they can contribute. But nowadays in many African countries, we are resting. Sometimes we are waiting because we have been promised by politicians that I'm going to come with jobs. Where are you going to get job? Where are you going to get employment? From Europe? From America? Or you are going to sell your minerals to other people and telling us that they are coming to create jobs? I think we need to build capacities to our young men and women. And the issue of skills transfer, it is very important because if maybe we can get skills of mobile manufacturing, the issue of car manufacturing, we can start manufacturing our own cars, we can start manufacturing our own mobile. It is possible. So my dear lovely family, let us not speak for too long. I fear to spoil the full message of Madam President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. So she spoken very well and she addressed what is very important for the people of Namibia and also to the people of SADC and Africa in general. So after that, let me say thank you. Please, if you are new in this platform, make sure that you subscribe. And also, if you have already subscribed, don't forget to like the video and share this message to other Africans. Madam Netumbo Ndaitwah want changes, want Africans to invest in American resources, want Africans to invest on Russian resources, want Africans to go and extract minerals in Europe. Of course, Europe, they don't have minerals. They are depending on us. So we Africans, we need to go to Europe and invest there, build their roads, and do everything the way they are doing here in the continent of Africa. So up to that, let me say, stay in power. Have a nice time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa.